Hey guys, this is Adam from Dodjit.com and this is your video briefing for September the 7th, 2009. Now, obviously the player of the week was gold. We're going to go over that chart in just a second. We're going to start off with the S&P 500 like usual. But what I just want to show you guys is this. A few things on the website. For those of you chart freaks out there, we've added now a new service on the website. We call it Chart of the Day, and what we're trying to do is we're trying to post an interesting chart every other day. Now if you just click on this, you'll normally see that it will just pop up in this like black white square, and you can see the interesting chart. This chart is the euro against the pound. Well, you can see at the moment it's stuck between support, the black line here, and resistance trend line here, and we normally post our targets, stuff that we're looking at. Now these charts, we normally also post them on the website a day later because they're normally still relevant. Now in addition to that, we've got our chart analysis page for your information. If you just click on this like that, you can see that you'll reach a page full of charts. We've got here something like about 5 or 6 majors, and of course the 2 major indices, the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ. So that's for your information, also the videos. Alright then, so let's just flip over to the first chart that we were looking at, the S&P 500. And this really turned around this week. We had some great trading. On Tuesday, the markets completely dropped. Now, I was expecting, and I mentioned this in the last video, I was expecting us to come down to the 975 level, which actually coincides with our 50 moving average. You can see it right around here. Basically, what happened, we came down to our support level, which is our trend line support, and we bounced higher. Look at that. This is like perfect timing for those of you who entered the trade on one of these dodgy like candlesticks and just took this higher. So you got a few points out of this. Obviously trading on some ETF. Now what I just want to show you guys is like this. Even though this does look really bullish at the moment, we've still got our prior high to deal with, and in addition to that, take a look at the volume. The volume isn't really enthusiastic. Look at it, we've got quite low volume here compared to our selling pressure around here. What I'm thinking is like this: until we don't break our resistance level of roughly, it works out to be 1040, something like that. What I'm thinking is that we're going to continue to just consolidate throughout September. I don't think we're going to receive any massive selling pressure. What I just want to do also, I want to flip to the weekly chart and show you basically why I'm thinking that we're not going to receive any major selling pressure. Now look at this. We received this massive rally higher throughout July, throughout August. We received this doji-like candlestick around here. We can see the uncertainty going higher. But then when we did start to plummet lower, look at this hammer formation. So we've got this like hammer formation. We've got a lot of people bottom fishing on each pullback. So I don't think we're heading that much lower. Obviously we could correct to roughly around this level, so it works out to be the 975 area that we were talking before. But the problem is, if you look at it carefully, we have slightly entered this ranging pattern. This is the ranging pattern we were talking on the daily chart. So what we're looking at the moment is like this. There are a lot of stocks that are setting up at the moment. We've received this nice pullback, and they are now starting to head higher. In order to receive confirmation from the broader market, we are going to have to breach this resistance level roughly around here, which works out to be our highest high around here. You can see I've just flipped back to the daily chart. Now also what I just want to state out is like this: we do post some interesting trades also on the forums. Now the trades that we post on the forums, obviously, you know, you have to take your own decisions whether you want to enter the trade or not. Quite a few of them have made some nice profitable returns, but again, you have to take into consideration markets aren't really climbing higher at full speed. So you know, if you're taking swing trades, take them only for a couple of days, stuff like that. Don't get too attached to a stock, and you know, place your take profits, place your stop losses, and you know, you'll be fine. The next chart is a gold chart. Now gold was the major player of this week. It really rallied out. We were talking about this, I don't know how many times we were talking about this on the site. We mentioned that we had this type of symmetrical triangle thing going along here and around here. Now what we did basically to actually time this trade is a little bit hard. So what we did is we basically just placed a limit order, and it filled that limit order, just continued higher. We received these amazing 2 days of gains, and basically what we're doing at the moment is we're just trading at now under our psychological resistance level of the 1000 mark. Now we did take these profits because I think this is going to be a little bit of a difficult price to break out of, and I think what's going to basically happen is we're going to consolidate now around this area. For those of you who have missed the trade, don't worry about it, there'll be loads of other opportunities. Now for those of you, because I received a few questions about this, how do I time these trades, because the breakout was so sudden that, you know, it's basically nearly impossible really to just grab this while the price is going higher. So what I want to show you is two things. Number one, what we do often if we're sure about the direction of the market, so then what we do is we just place a limit order, and what we did is we placed a limit order roughly around 967, roughly around that area. And what it did is it just filled the order and continued higher. Obviously we're placing a stop loss, but what you can do is you can look at the previous price action. You can actually see that each time that the price came down, climbed back higher, and then we received a lot of uncertainty around this area, and in the end we just took off, just soared higher. Now if you look also, and what I want to do is just show you this chart, and we showed you this chart also on the weekly analysis. If we look at the 15-minute chart, let's just zoom out of this. We can see that we broke higher, we broke the line high, and then we retraced. Now check this out. What I'm just going to do, I'm going to just place my Fibonacci tool, and you can see that we didn't even come close to the Fibonacci tool. We formed this type of flag around here, and this gave traders enough time to get into the trade on the breakout roughly around here, and it was really close to the breakout of our trend line around here, and just to take this higher for a nice trade. Looking forward, we've got a week packed with data. We've got 3 interest rate decisions coming out. I've just flipped over to the Australian dollar against the US dollar daily chart. You can see we have been forming this bullish triangle right around here. Now these triangle patterns, they normally tend to break out to the upside, especially if we're talking about a bullish triangle. Now check this out, we did break out on Friday. Look at this breakout, it was lovely. And we are now retracing slightly. I think obviously we're going to really need overall dollar weakness to continue forward. The dollar hasn't really crashed compared to gold's rally, so we're going to need overall dollar weakness to drive this forward. Again, we've got 3 interest rate decisions coming out this week. Let's see how it plays out. We've got a lot of setups coming up. Check out the website. We've posted all the setups on the website, under the chart analysis page, under the chart of the day, and also we're posting them all the time on the website, the forum, so check it out. Hope you enjoyed the video. My name is Adam from Dodjit.com.